Hey guys, welcome to another 5 ways to fill your sketchbook video. I know I did like a 10 ways to fill your sketchbook one like a year ago, but it's already been a year and that's crazy. But without further ado, the first idea for this video is to draw things that you suck at and basically make like a spread out of the things that you suck at drawing. So the first thing that I drew was like a very dynamic pose with like skin tight clothing, because that's something I personally struggle with. I think I always turn to drawing baggy clothes as like a place of comfort because I don't really want to get into all the lines and curves of the body and like mess things up. So I always like stick to baggy clothes, but I felt like I should really step out of that comfort zone. So abiding by that rule, just fill up the page with stuff that you're not comfortable with. It kind of serves as a checkpoint in your sketchbook to see how far you've advanced with these sort of things. You might hate the page afterwards because you're like, oh my god, these are all so bad. That's kind of what I felt like after doing this page, but it gives you exercise, right? Like, I think that it's very boring if you just keep on drawing the same thing again and again in your sketchbook because you're not experimenting with your style, you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. I'm a strong believer that getting uncomfortable is the best way to improve any skill, so art is one of those. Anyways, if you want to know what I did on this page, I drew a right-facing side profile because for some reason every time I draw a side profile it's left-facing. I think I need more experience drawing right-facing side profiles. I don't know what it is. Anyways, a side profile, I drew a weird like snapping hand pose because I suck at drawing fingers, and then I drew a tie and I drew a hoodie. So yeah, I also I suck at drawing hoodies. I don't know what it is. I think it's the collar. I have this imagination of what a hoodie looks like in my head, but then I draw it and it just like, it looks weird. So I had to look up a reference and then I drew a hoodie. Also, I just don't know how ties work, so that was another thing. I also drew shoes, and then I filled in the page with like this blue and red color scheme, and I kind of really like how it turned out, even though I really hate the drawings, especially the shoes. Ugh, they make me so mad. I don't know, but yeah. here's the spread. So this second idea does require you to go outside. I know, I'm very sorry. I know it's a very hard task. And what you're gonna need for this is a pencil, not a pencil, a pen. You'll see why in a second. And your sketchbook, obviously. Here I'm eating my lunch really fast because we had to go, but I didn't eat my lunch yet. So I like ate it in like 10 minutes right before we had to go. The point of this is to just go somewhere and draw everything you see. Maybe not everything, but like things you see around you on a sketchbook spread. And this is mainly for composition skills. This spread is not gonna be perfect. Okay, I want you to make mistakes, which is why you need to use pen for this. You can't like go back and erase it. Do not use a friction pen or I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I feel like drawing with a pencil and an eraser in a car is just like so nerve-wracking and scary for no reason. So I think bring a pen because not only is it less scary, but it gives you more line confidence and it's just like less stressful than having to erase like in a car. You know what I mean? I live in a suburb, so there isn't many interesting things happening around me whenever like I'm in a car. Okay, but listen, I drew a fire hydrant. I drew those like guys, like those like noodle guys that they put outside of like car dealerships. I drew like a stop sign. Like, come on. This is the suburban life. I think observational drawing is something that like a lot of artists should put into their like sketchbooks. Like, it's just a really fun way to exercise drawing and it gives you a lot of like variety basically to your work. So I think this is a really good idea for a spread overall. I actually was not going to color this, but I really wanted to use my paint pens again. I don't know, I've been obsessed with using these things. So I did, and I unintentionally used a red, blue, and the same color scheme as before, basically. I don't know how. I guess I was feeling very patriotic. Like, anyways, here's the finished spread. Now the third idea I have for you is to ask an AI generator for what to draw, basically. Like, ask ChatGPT, ask Siri, ask like any other AI softwares that you might have. Actually, don't ask ChatGPT for advice because all it tells you is to draw a lion or a wizard or Angelina Jolie. And those were like the only options it gave me until I kept asking again and again until it gave me Frida Kahlo. And I was like, okay, I will draw Frida Kahlo. So I recommend like any other AI site, although it would be fun to just like draw a wizard like it told me originally. I was not about to sit there and draw Dumbledore, okay? Like, I'm not in the headspace for that. So think random word generator but with more spice. It's an easy and unique way to get ideas because I guess AIs are pretty trained in that like they give things that people might actually want to draw. You might be wondering why it just like cuts straight to like the finished drawing, and that's because the part where I actually like drew her kind of maybe sorta got deleted. Like, I don't have the footage anymore. I have other footage from that day, but I don't have this one and I couldn't make the finished video, which I was like very upset about. But yeah, I just basically faked the whole introduction part of this drawing. So yeah. Okay, now we're on the fourth idea, and the fourth idea, I don't really have a title for it. I'm just gonna say word vomit because that's what I kind of thought it would be. And at least the first part is literally word vomiting. You could do this by like listening to a playlist, listening to a podcast, just like writing whatever is going on in your mind at that time. I just wrote down a bunch of lyrics of songs on this page in like a nice composition. So yeah, basically just like write a bunch of things. It doesn't have to be coherent or anything, because on top of this, you're going to draw something or doodle something in black, so that kind of like limits the choices of colors you have a little bit. Try and aim for softer colors or lighter colors to make the black really contrast. I stuck to like a blue and green and gray color scheme, and then I went over this whole like lyric page with some black, and I just like doodled on top of it. It could be something in relation to whatever you wrote down. It can just be like a doodle. It can be whatever, but that's the point of the page. It's a cool spread because of the fact that there is something going on in the background and in the foreground, kind of, so you can like focus your attention on both sides. Also, I'm very sorry about the glare on my camera. I don't know what was happening. I didn't even notice until I was taking pictures later, and someone else told me like, why is your camera so blurry? And I didn't even realize that I had to clean it. So yeah, there's just glare now. I'm sorry, but you know, you get the idea. I like went in with this blue also afterwards. I really don't like this page, but you know what, it fills up the sketchbook. It's an idea. Let's move on to the last part of this video, which was not filmed with a blurry camera. I know, you can applaud me later. I have no clue what I was doing with my hands in that clip, but the premise of this idea is to basically create a character or create an illustration based on a playlist, not just a song, okay? But basically, while you're sketching an idea, each song that comes up, you have to incorporate something about it to the song. So the first song that played after shuffling a little bit was the song by Mitsume. I'll put the lyrics on screen and also like let the song play because this video like has the song in it. Okay. So I started with like drawing this girl. I don't know what, because I didn't look up the lyrics, and then I did look up the lyrics like after I drew that girl, and like I scrapped it, and I don't know, but the song really reminded me of like self-reflection, if that makes sense, like the instrumental, the lyrics and everything. So I decided to make this guy like look into a mirror, like look at himself in the mirror, and the person in the mirror is someone like different. But the song also kind of sounded like he was like foreboding something, so I made it look like he was just looking into the city. I had a lot of struggles with like his side profile, especially. I don't know why. I've lost all my side profile skills. I just like can't do it anymore. I tried. This next song, it's literally about like relationships and like leaving someone kind of ish, or that's like what the lyrics told me. And my initial idea was to also like use the colors in like albums to like color in this drawing basically, but I kind of forgot about that. But if you do it, be sure to incorporate colors as well. But yeah, that's all for this idea and for this video. I hope you got some ideas from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope y'all got like an ounce of inspiration at least. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment the pencil emoji, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.